Hold on to me if you need somebody. If you need somebody, somebody who's not gonna leave you. Stay close to me if you want somebody. If you want somebody, I would love to be the body you're wanting. You are somebody I'm wanting.
After leaving Ande, we followed the coast for 100 miles. It was most impressive. There were several volcanoes of 6,000 to 7,000 feet, and near the end of the island was a great pillar of rock 1,800 feet high. I was able to get a distance off with the vertical sextant angle, 2.1 miles. We sailed past Komodo Island, the home of the 20-foot Komodo dragon, a rather large lizard. Then we saw a huge whale steam past us at about 8 knots, and later that evening, one surfaced right beside us. I almost filled my pants.
'Cause this way is my home. And I have this dream to live by the sea.
Hello all and welcome back to Indonesia. We have slowly been making our way west along the rugged south coast of Flores, a long, thin island where volcanoes dominate the landscape. Flores has 14 active ones. The south coast is a Morse code of beautiful white sandy beaches. What it lacks in safe havens for cruising yachts, it makes up for with small fishing communities that still fish using traditional methods, for species long since removed from Western menus.
So they came up close enough, I saw a big dorsal fin in the boat. I'm wondering, what the heck is that? Didn't look like a shark fin, but maybe it was. Anyway, then they just came up close. Dolphins came up on the surface. They're hunting and killing dolphins here. Just surprising. They look like quite small ones just then, but the one that was in the boat I think was a little bit bigger. Looked like a good size.
That's slightly upsetting, isn't it?
Well, it's very surprising too. It's just like, yeah. But I guess it's the traditional food source for them, I suppose.
Yeah. It's only by our standards.
Our judgments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we watched on, we discovered it was in fact rays being hunted. Hunting manta rays is illegal in Indonesia, but spine-tailed devil rays are still fair game. Belonging to the same family as mantas, this large species of ray are commonly found in the plankton-rich waters of Flores. And devil rays weren't the only creature enjoying the abundance of plankton in the water. Rob has spotted a whale shark, not a stone's throw from where those guys are fishing. And we almost got arrested for swimming with one of these on the west coast of Australia.
You have right to remain silent.
But we're going to get in, we're going to swim with them. They are neither whale nor shark, they are a big fish. We're going to swim with a big fish.
And I have this dream to live by the sea. I would write my love songs. You'd sing along with me. I know what it is I want my life to be. To love you well and to have you next to me.
Entering the little entrance to Rinca Island. It's kind of got a horseshoe channel, I suppose you'd call it. It's quite a wide area that we can go in. Today we will hopefully see Komodo dragons. Yes, that's right, the man-eating Komodo dragon. Humans are not their staple, to be fair. They're omnivores actually, they eat a bit of everything. It was thought they had lethal bacteria, so all they had to do was bite their prey, and the prey would get infected and literally take days, sometimes weeks to die, but the Komodo would follow them around. But apparently that's not quite the case. Everything's true except for the bacteria part, which probably does play a role, but apparently there's also venom in the teeth as well, so they inject venom, which slowly kills the prey. So we've got to avoid that if we can.
There's a Komodo dragon on the beach. This is a very rare sight here, more unusual than the Komodo dragons that we're going to try and see. This is Declan up at 6:30 in the morning. Yes, you heard it here first, people.
I'm gonna go slay a dragon.
The gang's all here. We're on Rinca Island, which is right next to Komodo Island, but also has dragons on it. They're a bit like a crocodile, they can run fast for a short amount of time. I don't know that he'd be able to eat us because he's too small.
He's pretty small.
But he might be able to take a bite out of us.
He looks hungry.
I don't want to put it to the test.
But we're okay, we're safe. And besides, I can run faster than Rachel. Worst comes to worst.
That's true.
Well, he's sussing us out. He is sussing us out. No doubt about it.
Sniffing the air. We haven't had a shower for a few days, but there's plenty to sniff.
By sniffing the air, she means he's tonguing the air. And that's how they smell, apparently. So we're in Komodo National Park. As always, I mean, we could say this 1,000 times, but you know, the amount of plastic and pollution, oh my word, it is full on. It is absolutely incredible how much plastic is here. Back to the Komodo, I have one of the things about this is that it's kind of, looking at this beautiful bush, it's kind of a bit more intimidating than crocodiles in the water because we simply won't go swimming in the water with these crocodiles. But we kind of want to go for a walk up in this beautiful bush. But they ambush from the bush, from the undergrowth, much as crocs do in the water. But this is our territory now, land is our territory, and yet we are impinged by the prospect of Komodos being up there somewhere ready to take a bite. So it's kind of worse, is that the word, than being up in the Kimberley in that sense.
Rob and I are going for a dive at Cannibal Rock. The water quality this morning is incredible. The boys aren't interested. It is still very early in the morning. They're not used to getting up early, and they did slay a dragon on the beach this morning. So, or see a dragon on the beach this morning. The water's a little chilly too.
Staring in the silent cold. Are you frozen? Are you broken? The valley showing down below. Are you floating? Were you hoping? I've been living on the edge of somewhere I don't know, and it feels like it just might crumble. And I've been looking at the outside, fire and snow, searching for my own soul, hanging on the gallows, hanging on the gallows.
That was beautiful. I hope the colours have come out. The sun kept going behind the clouds and the water quality wasn't quite as good as we thought it was going to be, but beautiful soft corals down there. They get a really good change of the tides here, bringing lots of nutrients, so that all those soft corals have a lot to feed on, and they are gorgeous, and there are loads of fish.
You see that deep emerald green sort of soft coral, beautiful. And actually get up close and the colours just go, just explode in there all around. That was really special actually. I was completely surprised. Indonesia.
As a thank you to this beautiful bay, together with the crew of Obelix, whom we've been buddy boating with, we attempted to clear one small section of the beach. Our plan to make a bonfire and burn the rubbish.
We've had a deliberation before we started this about what to do with the plastic, and we've decided to dig a hole and burn it. The alternative was to dig a hole, a really big hole, deep hole, and bury it. But ultimately, this stuff is still all up in the valleys, and that it's all going to get washed out again sometime in a cyclone or a major flood from up in the hills. It's all going to get washed out, and anything we bury will just get washed out with it. Really, the only practical thing we can do is burn it. And I know that sounds, it's not ideal, is it?
Thomas from Obelix persuaded us to refrain from burning the plastic, reasoning it was less toxic in its present form than in the poisonous smoke it would create.
I've been living on the edge of somewhere I don't know, and it feels like it just might crumble. I've been looking at the grass.
So in light of what we saw at Rinca and other beaches in Indonesia, we thought now would be a good time to reveal to you the recycling machines. Quite some time ago we joined a bunch of other YouTube sailing channel crews with the In Motion campaign to recycle plastic from the oceans and from the beaches, and we have received the machines and we are actually unpacking them for us all to see, and we're going to show you guys too.
It's our first and only unboxing video.
Look at that. Ooh, it's all mechanical and stuff. Oh. Look at that.
This is the crusher,
Yeah.
grinds the plastic down, and then this thing here melts it and shapes it. I think.
We've got it's a jigsaw. Actually, this might be the crusher,
Yeah, who knows?
because this has got these little sharp clawy things
It's
here
got these.
that look like they could crush things up.
Yeah.
So this might be the extruder. We don't know yet, we'll see. Cool! So we've made a bit of a collection. I mean, it's only a start, but there's a lot more we can do in that sense. But it's going to be a case of collect, wash and clean them up, and then put them into the chopper-upper, then transfer that into the extruder, and then we can make things with it that can be either given away or sold. Potential here to actually make a small business in local communities. If we can get some of these machines out to local communities, show them how to use it, and where there's an opportunity to create a small business, recycling plastic out of the ocean to make practical, useful objects from them. That's the whole concept of this. And there are 10 boats all around the globe in different locations going to be doing this. It's really exciting. Season's greetings, folks. That's right, Christmas is here. It snuck up on us a little bit, I have to admit. For next week's episode, we're not going to do an episode, we're going to do a live at the normal time we would release, which is 6 AM Perth time on the 24th. Saturday, the 24th of December, we're going live. That's 9 AM Sydney time, 11 AM New Zealand time. It's actually the day before, the 23rd of December, for LA people, 2 PM, 5 PM if you're in New York or Toronto. If you're in London, 10 PM, 23rd, Friday night. See you then!